Have you ever wondered how your favorite chocolate is made? Welcome to the fascinating world of chocolate, a realm where science meets indulgence. Hailing from the tropical regions of the Americas, the cacao tree, the origin of chocolate, has been delighting taste buds for over 2,000 years. Today, it's a global sensation, loved by millions, if not billions, across the world. There's an intriguing variety when it comes to chocolate. From the dark and bitter to the sweet and milky, or even the creamy and white. Each type carries its own unique flavor profile. The secret behind these variations? It all boils down to the chocolate making process. The proportion of cocoa, the type of sweeteners, and the additional flavors all play a crucial role. So, how does a humble cocoa bean turn into the delightful bars we relish? Join us as we unravel the step-by-step process of how chocolate transforms from a humble cocoa bean to the sweet delight we all love. Our journey begins at the cocoa farm, where the magic of chocolate starts. This isn't just any ordinary farm. Rather, it's a place where little brown nuggets of joy, known as cocoa beans, start their journey to becoming the chocolate we all know and love. Cocoa beans are the heart and soul of chocolate production. Without them, chocolate simply wouldn't exist. They are the seeds of the cacao tree, a tropical plant that thrives in the warm climates of regions like West Africa, South America, and Southeast Asia. Growing a cacao tree isn't a walk in the park. It requires a lot of care, attention, and the right environmental conditions. The trees need to be shaded from harsh sunlight and require a good amount of rainfall throughout the year, and it doesn't stop there. Each tree must be carefully pruned and checked regularly for diseases and pests. When the trees mature, they produce large, colorful pods. These pods house the precious cocoa beans. But the trees don't just hand over their treasure easily. Harvesting is a delicate process that involves carefully cutting the pods from the trees without damaging the flowers and buds that will produce the next season's crop. Once the pods are harvested, they are cracked open to reveal the cocoa beans nestled within a sweet, sticky pulp. These beans are then scooped out, fermented, and dried in the sun. This lengthy process is what gives the beans their distinct chocolate flavor. So, the next time you bite into a piece of chocolate, remember the cocoa farm and the labor-intensive process that goes into producing the cocoa beans. From the tender care of the cacao trees to the careful harvesting and processing of the pods, it's a journey of dedication, patience, and love. Now that we've gathered our cocoa beans, it's time to take them to the next stage of their journey. With our harvested cocoa beans in hand, we now move on to the preparation process. The journey of a cocoa bean isn't as simple as just plucking it from the tree and popping it into a chocolate bar. Oh no, it's a meticulous process, a dance if you will, of fermentation, drying, and roasting that helps to unlock and develop the rich flavors we associate with chocolate. Let's start with fermentation, the first step in the preparation process. Here, the cocoa beans, still snugly encased in their sweet white pulp, are left to ferment under banana leaves for about 5 to 7 days. This is where the magic begins. As the pulp ferments, it generates heat, which in turn kickstarts the transformation of the beans, developing the initial chocolate flavors. Once the beans have been fermented, they are spread out to dry under the sun. This step is crucial as it helps to reduce the moisture content of the beans. The drying process can take up to a week depending on the weather. As the beans dry, they darken, shrivel up, and their flavors continue to develop and deepen. Now we come to roasting, the step that truly brings out the characteristic chocolate flavor. The dried beans are roasted in a rotating oven at varying temperatures and lengths of time depending on the desired flavor profile. Think of it as toasting a marshmallow to a perfect golden brown. During roasting, the shells of the cocoa beans become brittle and easy to remove, revealing the prized cocoa nibs inside. The nibs, my friends, are the heart of the cocoa bean. They're packed with all the flavors we've been carefully cultivating throughout this process. They're what give chocolate its distinct, delicious taste. And there you have it, the journey from bean to nib. Each step, from fermentation to drying to roasting, plays a crucial role in developing the flavor of the final chocolate product. With our cocoa beans now transformed into nibs, we're ready to create our chocolate. Our cocoa nibs are now ready for the next stage, the creation of chocolate liquor. Let's dive right in. To start off, the cocoa nibs are placed into a grinding machine. This machine is quite the marvel, reducing those nibs into a smooth liquid state. It's a fascinating process really. The friction and heat generated by the grinding wheels break down the cell walls of the nibs, releasing the cocoa butter within. As this butter melts, it transforms the crushed nibs into a free-flowing liquid. And voila, we have what's known as chocolate liquor. But don't let the name fool you. It's non-alcoholic, and the term liquor here simply refers to the liquid state of the product. This chocolate liquor is the heart and soul of all types of chocolate. It's the base from which all other varieties spring. It's a bit like the dough in a bakery, if you will. Just as bakers can add different ingredients to their dough to create a plethora of pastries, chocolatiers can manipulate this chocolate liquor in numerous ways to create the many types of chocolate we know and love. For example, to make dark chocolate, chocolatiers mix this chocolate liquor with more cocoa butter and sugar. Milk chocolate, on the other hand, requires the addition of milk powder or condensed milk to the mix. And white chocolate? Well, it's a bit of a rebel. It ditches the chocolate liquor altogether and is made from cocoa butter, sugar, and milk. The chocolate liquor is also used to produce cocoa powder and cocoa butter. It's simply pressed in a hydraulic press to separate the two. The cocoa butter is then used in a variety of products, including the white chocolate we mentioned earlier, as well as in cosmetics. So you see, this humble chocolate liquor is quite the versatile ingredient, serving as the foundation for a world of chocolate delights and even some non-edible treats. With our chocolate liquor prepared, we're one step closer to the final product. It's now time to take our chocolate liquor and transform it into the chocolate we know and love. Our journey begins with conching, a process named after the shell-like shape of the original machines used. This is where we refine the texture and flavor of our chocolate. The chocolate liquor is heated and ground for several hours, sometimes even days. This long and meticulous process is crucial as it helps to smooth out the gritty particles from the cocoa and sugar, turning them into the velvety chocolate we crave. It also aerates the chocolate, allowing some of the harsher flavors to mellow out and the desired ones to become more pronounced. Next, we turn to tempering, the step that gives the chocolate its shine and snap. The chocolate is carefully heated, cooled, and then slightly reheated. This precise dance of temperature changes encourages the cocoa butter in the chocolate to harden into a specific crystalline pattern. This gives the chocolate its glossy finish and keeps it from easily melting on your fingers. Speaking of molds, that's our final step. The tempered chocolate is poured into molds of various shapes and sizes, depending on what the final product is supposed to be. Bars, bonbons, or something else entirely. The molds are then vibrated to remove any trapped air bubbles. After that, it's just a matter of waiting for the chocolate to cool and harden, and there you have it. From a bitter cocoa bean to a silky sweet treat, the transformation is nothing short of magic. Each step, from conching to tempering and molding, plays a crucial role in creating the chocolate's final texture and flavor profile. It's a labor of love, a testament to the dedication of chocolate makers worldwide. And just like that, our chocolate is ready to be packaged and enjoyed. We've journeyed from cocoa farm to chocolate factory, and now we have our delicious final product. The chocolate we enjoy is the result of a meticulous process, a journey that begins in the lush fields where cocoa trees grow. Each cocoa bean, hand-picked with care, is nurtured and prepared, transforming into the nibs that are the heart of our chocolate. These nibs are then ground into a velvety chocolate liquor, the foundation of all chocolate products. This liquor undergoes conching, tempering, and molding, each step a testament to the art and science behind chocolate making. Every variation in this process, whether it's the type of cocoa bean, the length of conching, or the temperature of tempering, can result in a unique flavor profile, leading to the wide array of chocolate types we savor. So next time you savor a piece of chocolate, remember the journey it's taken to bring you that sweet moment of joy.